Push it over there, out of the road, over there. Here's where my driveway ends, right here. Push it out of the road.
A New Hampshire lawmaker is arrested for berating a snowplow driver for simply doing his job. We hear from the road agent who got assaulted and recorded everything. So that was New Hampshire lawmaker Jeffrey Greason, who according to authorities was arrested for disorderly conduct, criminal threatening, and simple assault while obstructing a New Hampshire road agent from doing his job.
Every time. And now you got this piss attitude. I'll push it further in your driveway.
That's my job. Get it off the road.
Yeah, well, you don't.
I get it off the road.
You do not.
Well, I'm going to get it off the road.
Get it off the road. Look at this. Look at this. This is the road. Get it off the road. And you don't put it in my driveway. You don't put it in my driveway.
Get your hands off me. Get them off me.
I didn't touch you.
So joining us now is Paul Manson. Paul was the snowplow driver who was on the receiving end of Greason's tirade. Paul's a road agent for the town of Wentworth, New Hampshire. Paul, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Sam.
So just explain to us what happened and exactly how this happened.
I was
just
plowing snow, as I always do. We had some heavy, wet snow. We probably had close to a foot of snow. And I was coming up through the town common area, and this guy was standing out in the middle of the road. I couldn't go anymore. And as I stopped, I stopped the truck, and he came up and started yelling at me. And I thought, I'll just get out of the truck and, maybe we can see what's going on. And when I did get out of the truck, he was literally in my face yelling and screaming at me. And I was like, whoa. So I got back in the truck, and I'm going to get my phone. This is crazy. He'll stop doing it when I get my phone out, obviously. And there were people across the street cleaning their cars off and shoveling steps at the post office and whatnot. So I got my phone out, and I hit record, and that's the video that you see. So plowing snow, as I always do. We had some heavy, wet snow. We probably had close to a foot of snow. And I was coming up through the town common area, and this guy was standing out in the middle of the road.
Part of the video we could see, we saw him flipping you off. We saw him touching you. We saw him cursing at you. Was there anything crazy that happened, the part that you didn't record before you started?
No, it was just he was just standing in the middle of the road, and he was yelling basically like you saw in the video, and that's when I got out of the truck, and he was just in my face, so I got my phone. There's not much more to see or tell. That's basically how the whole thing went, as long as the video is. I'm sure you've seen it by now.
Yeah, I watched it a couple times. When this was going down, did you know that he was a legislator? Yeah, I watched it a couple times.
I had no idea. I'd never met the guy before in my life. I'd never seen him. I'd never heard from him. I never had a complaint from him. And I had no idea who he was, what he did for work, or anything like that. So I had no idea. I'd never met the guy before.
At what point did you figure out that he was a public figure? At what point did you...
Well, when I got back to my shop, and I called the state police while I was waiting for the state police to give a report and for them to take my report, I decided I'd post it on my Facebook page, which I did. And later on that day, I would say probably mid-afternoon sometime, when we took another break, probably 12, 1 o'clock, I had comments on my Facebook page saying, I think that's our state representative. And I was like, what? Well, when I got back to my shop, and I called the state police while I was waiting for the state police to give a report.
Do you think he thought he deserved special treatment because he's a public figure?
Tough question. I honestly thought when I got my phone out and started recording him, that he would stop, no matter what his job was or who he was. I had no idea. I don't know if he thought he was going to get special treatment because of who he was. I mean, we can all surmise that. We have no idea what was running through that guy's head, so I have no idea what Mr. Greason was thinking. Tough question. I honestly thought when I got my phone out and started recording him.
It's funny you say when you pulled out your phone, you thought he would stop, because when you pulled out your phone, he flipped you off. It's funny you say when you pulled out.
Oh, I know all about it. I've seen it. He sure did. He was very close to me, and he was on a tirade. Oh, I know all about it.
According to reports, he apologized to you. Did he call you? Like, what did he say to you?
So, yeah, we continued plowing Saturday. I think I got home Saturday night at probably 6, 7 o'clock, and we went back in Sunday morning and plowed for a good half a day or so, cleaning up. And when I got to work Monday morning, I had a voicemail that said, "Hi, this is Jeffrey Greason. I'm calling to apologize." That's what I got for an apology.
So there's been some back and forth from people on opposing political ends because he is a public figure. How do you feel about this turning into a political thing?
Well, I think it's too bad that it turns political. However, I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican or an independent. If you're going to act like that and you're going to represent a state, in my opinion, and just my opinion, that's wrong. Very wrong. I don't try to get into politics. I don't think this really has anything to do with politics. This has to do with just being a decent person, and his attitude showed that he's just not, in my opinion, he's just not a decent person. Yeah, we continued plowing Saturday. I think I got home Saturday night at probably 6, 7 o'clock, and we went back in Sunday morning and plowed for a good half a day or so, cleaning up. And when I got to work Monday morning, I had a voicemail that said,
"Oh, that's well said." And being a decent person to someone who's doing a public service for the community too.
Correct.
Oh, that's well said. And being
and to think that he's a pastor of a church and that language that he used, and after he touched my phone and stuff and he was walking away, I'm sure you've heard it, but it was absolutely disgusting for somebody that is a pastor to use that kind of language. And to think that he's a pastor of a church and that language that he used.
What do you want the takeaway to be from all of this?
We're out there, all the plow drivers, town plow drivers, state plow drivers in every state, in every community. we get a lot of guff. Don't you worry, we really do. I mean, people blowing the horn, we're going too slow. You know, it's snow in New England. We're doing our job. We're trying to make the roads safe for everybody, and I want everybody held accountable for their actions. That's how I was brought up, and that's how I want everybody to feel. You got to be held accountable for your actions. And I don't think it happens a lot in this world. That's a problem. You know, we're out there, all the plow drivers, town plow drivers, state plow drivers in every state, in every community.
Yeah, I was going to say, luckily he got arrested, and hopefully going forward he will be held accountable for his actions. So you haven't heard anything about what's going on since he's been arrested, right?
No, it's out of my hands.
So you haven't heard anything.
It's got nothing to do with me at this point. You know, I think the judicial system will take its course, and I don't even know if he has a court date, when his court date is. I haven't been paying much attention to that. So yeah, I'm going to let the judicial system in New Hampshire take its course, and I'm hoping that he is held accountable for his actions, because I believe that's the main line to the story right now.
Well, Paul,
it's got nothing to do with me at this point. You know, I think the judicial system